Y'all are recording. I just had a, y'all wanna wait on Carolyn?
I just saw
I
her.
thought she just pulled up.
Yeah, I just saw her.
There she was right there.
You got one? Both of y'all?
Mm-hmm.
She's got one at the desk.
I'm gonna take one off your desk then.
Are these cookies?
Mm-hmm.
I went through the side door, it was locked.
Yeah, that's what I noticed.
These are locked?
That
Yeah,
door
it
was
was
locked.
locked.
Yeah.
As I walked around, which is no problem.
Sorry about that. Thought they were open.
If I may ask, Chief is here, and I can't tell you exactly what the hour, the call said that we would like to add police department to the closed session. I think Chief has a couple things he'd like to present to you.
Okay. I called the employee police department together at 6:04.
So we're in the budget season. I only have a couple things that we wanted to put in front of you guys. Philip, we had talked a little bit this morning about the cost of living. I wanted to let you guys see what other localities are doing. Right now, Philip and I, in the budget, we haven't put anything in. So we're trying to gauge, obviously everybody knows we're in the middle of inflation and all the difficulties. We printed off some information from the Consumer Price Index, and compared to 12 months ago, the average consumer is spending over 25% more on energy, which is electric and gas to fuel their cars. We're spending almost 10% more on food. Everything has gone up. I think everybody knows that out of their own pocket. Amelia County confirmed that they have in their budget to do a 7% cost of living increase. Nottaway County is doing 5, Town of Crew is doing 3. Of course, the hard part comes in when we have the money to do it. I wanted you guys to see that. I don't know if you guys wanna recommend something or
If I
see
could
what
add-
Philip and I can do.
Yeah, let me tell you what the finance committee would like us to do with the budget from this point. The department heads made their presentation over the past couple hours, and they've been down here, police, fire, water, sewer, department, everybody's been here. The finance committee said, well, the next step that they would like to see is us to bring them something back balanced, or approximately so, and that would include putting in a number. Let me try, and I don't know politically how palatable it is, but let's try at 5%, and then if we need to, then we can keep on going down, okay? I'd like to try a 5% rating, salary increase. I don't know politically if that's palatable, I don't know financially if that's possible, but let's start there,
Right.
and then see, well, no, there's no way, we need to take it down to 4%.
What it is for us to get an accurate budget figure, I need a number. So I can take your existing employees and plug it in and see what the budget's
With the
come out
benefits
to.
in. I'd like
So
to
you
try it.
recommended starting off at 5%.
I'm not saying that's gonna be the final, but we'd like to start to build the budget on a 5% increase. And like I said, palatable with the residents, I don't know, politically or even economically, if it's feasible. We gotta look at our revenues and balance it, but for her to start doing her benefits more than anything, you need to find out where to start. And I'd like to try to start it at 5, and then see what happens, just because of inflation being.
You need a motion on that now?
I don't think we can, I don't think you're instructing us to do 5, but I'm just, as a consensus, if you are cool with that, and then if it comes back at 3 points.
Yeah, we'd like to see it, before we motion it, we'd like to see it, what's in writing and what is detailed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'd like to, but we're gonna try it.
Yeah.
Unless you guys say otherwise, try it at 5 and see if we can make it. If we can't, guys, it's 3.2% or 3.5%, that's all we can do, and that's all there is. Okay?
Okay.
Dan. I think, I'm not sure if you were here when we did this, but Dan requested that we adopt a pay scale for the electric department. We didn't do it for the budget, and we brought it to employment and police, I think, mid-year, and we just said, let's look at it again budget season. We did not adopt anything mid-year. And I'll let Dan kind of explain what he's asking.
What it is, I don't know, it's kinda like it's no money is what it costs the town this year, cause some of these guys, there's really will only be about 2 guys eligible when this, was it a year down the road, 2 years down the road maybe? So in other words, say we hire a new guy off the street and we put him through the apprenticeship program, send him to school and all, and it takes 4 years to complete, so after he's done that, it's a step 8, so it's 8 steps, so it's two steps a year and so forth. So when he's completed that, he's been in 4 years. So what I would like to do, if possible, at his 5th year anniversary after that, would be 9 years here, would be $1.50 an hour raise, bump on to him, and then so forth after that. Just an incentive that, to keep them here, keep the guys here after we, they've gone to school, and hopefully they'll stay here for 30 years. I've been here 31 years, and hopefully all the guys will stay here that long. And then, so you're looking at $1.50 every 5 years.
So that's including the cost of living too, right?
Yeah, be including the cost of living, yeah.
You-
Things
no-
on their anniversary start date. If he started on January 28th of whatever year, at that start date, Jennifer would say, all right, well, this person gets $1.50 hour raise every, the 5 years, down the road, so.
Yeah, because you guys, unlike the police department, they don't sign any type of contract.
They
On-
do when they
ongoing?
go to school, yes.
Okay.
Yes, but
But
that's,
once they get out, once we
no,
send them to
board after
school.
2 years, that's gone away, then they can leave and go where else, It's just incentive to keep the guys here, staying here in Blackstone and working here and so forth,
And so the town pays for the apprenticeship program.
Yes, and they have to sign a contract that if they do leave within the 2-year period after graduating, after 4 years, it's a grace period. If they only stay 1 year and leave, then they gotta pay that money back.
A pro rata share.
Prorated share, yes, half back, yes.
And so the apprenticeship, I'm asking questions because I'm new.
Yes, ma'am.
And the apprenticeship program is only offered to the town employees upon hire,
Yes, if we hire somebody for the electric department.
electric department.
And they have no experience in line work, they go through apprenticeship school up in, Zion's Crossroads. So,
Okay.
it's a school and it's not just Blackstone that goes there, it's people from all over the state of Virginia.
And that's a 2-year, that's a 4-year?
Takes 4 years to complete, yes.
And then they'll be working here while they're going part-time?
Correct. They
Okay.
go
A
twice
wonderful
year.
program, okay.
1 week, twice a year, basically.
Okay, wonderful, okay.
And it's just something to, give the employees incentive to stay here a little bit longer. man.
Exactly,
Stay
wonderful.
for the town 20, 30 years.
And that has been successful, the program,
Up beyond, yes ma'am, yeah. 'Cause-
for Nottaway?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of, like, the co-op guys, they go up there as well, so I love the co-op, and you got the school out here, Pickett now, so, I think it's full every time they have it, it's full of people.
But that doesn't offset the apprentice program.
Right,
Correct.
right.
That apprentice program is kinda on top of
Right.
what's outside of it.
That's awesome, wonderful. I didn't know Blackstone was doing
So
this.
Dan, so basically what you're saying is, this doesn't come into effect until 9 years, right? I mean, the first $1.50.
Correct, 9 years for employee, yes sir. We hired you, you go to school
Okay.
for the 4 years.
Then you
And
work
5
5
years
years,
later-
then you get the $1.50.
Nine
And this is
years.
more of like a retention incentive, cause once they get that license, they can go to Southside,
Right, yeah.
and so this kinda incentivizes them, just so.
I mean, we
What
had-
do y'all think?
I think,
Sound good?
sound like we're doing it, sound like we was doing it anyway, but this is good, a little add-on.
We just wanna quantify.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right, and
all
it's-
right.
Like I said, nothing in this year's budget or anything, nobody's eligible for it, the current lineman we have here now. But I think maybe one's coming up next year, one's the following year, so you're looking at $1.50 every so often. And we have some young guys, we have 2 boys going to school in April. So, I mean, it'll be
8 years, yeah.
Josh Pope getting ready to graduate next month, so it'll be 5 years before he's eligible for it. Just $1.50,
Right.
5 years down the road.
Okay.
That's excellent.
Y'all see a problem with it?
Do you guys
No.
wanna recommend it?
I
Yes.
recommend that we go with this, proposed elected department pay scale.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Carolyn, so you know, so I am, and this is a good deal for the guys to go through it. When they come to us from Southside, they already have their commercial driver's license and a basic knowledge of climbing and a few other things, but, we also pay for wastewater operators, water operators to take their licensure. We pay for people to take commercial driver's license testing, we pay for that, up to a certain number of times. You can only fail so many times and it becomes your baby. And I think it's twice, you can fail, 3 times. So we let water operators, sewer operators, we pay for their testing, and, they get a certain number of times they can pass and fail, and, but I don't know of anybody who passes things on the first go round that have to pay out of pocket. We do all the training as an incentive to keep people, especially operators, electric linemen, cops. They're not easy to keep because there's always somebody else standing out there like the county going, we'll get paid $2 an hour more.
They're giving up these big bonuses now too.
Have you seen your pay scales helped, like
Yes.
retaining people against, like, taken from other counties?
Oh, yeah, that was which our pay scale does include, like, retention, trying to keep them here.
And we send the new the new town officers to school. We do sign a contract for 2 years and they pay a pro rata share.
Well, excellent.
And then,
Thank you, Dan.
I had one more thing and then I'm gonna get at your hair. Jackie had pulled this together for me. If you go to the employees hired page, it's the last 2 pages of this document. I thought it was interesting to see since COVID, just got a pop-up on my Facebook that said exactly 2 years ago today, the town offices had to close because of COVID. We had a quicker outbreak and I think that's when administrative staff, was ordered to step down. But I wanted you guys to see, since March 1, 2020, we have hired 28 people. But it's also interesting to see that 19 people have left the town. And this is broken down by department. But what's important here is to know we don't have special trainers here. You know, so administrative staff, we don't send people to school. Brittany and I, we're training new hires. So your admin building has pretty much everyone except the department heads is new in their position. And then, you know, Dan, when he has new people, it creates challenges, and I think that's what's important about this retention program. And I just I like looking at things at an annual snapshot to see the effects of staffing issues that we've encountered. And I thought this is interesting to see. Since COVID, we've had almost 20 people leave the town, but we've also hired, and we've tried to, during hiring, like we saw during the budget process, we had 2 positions open for the apprentice, but in an effort to, we know that retention is hard, we hired 3, cause one may not pass.
Oh, right.
And so Philip has been, allowed us to do that, and I think that's what's important to know with the new hires and the people that have left.
I think that's wonderful. And upon termination, or if they put it in their resignation, do you guys do a exit interview if they are put in there 2 weeks?
Normally, yeah.
They don't do a 2 weeks notice?
We do get a 2 weeks notice, but we have never implemented exit interviews.
Okay.
Now, I have encountered those at prior positions, prior jobs that I've worked, but we just, here at the town, we've never done one, but if you guys would like.
That may be
Yes.
something you can look
Yeah, I
into
think-
doing, because
I think-
all jobs are doing it.
Yeah.
And we're doing it in nursing, and you'd be surprised what they tell you.
Oh, I know.
Some are honest and some are not. But I think it's a good thing to do.
I may try to look, Jackie, I'll get her to help me try to look for a template for exit interview questions.
We may
Do you
have,
an idea who you would like to conduct those, town manager?
I might be able to get templates as well.
I was gonna say, you get one and I get one, and we'll just send it.
And
And
maybe
then way
we'll
you can
come
look
back-
at them and just
Sure,
tweak it.
and we'll come back to you guys and establish who conducts those, if it's the department head or if it's somebody cross department. Sometimes when people are exiting, they don't wanna talk bad about their supervisors to their supervisor.
And it's
So
true.
it may be better to do like a step interview. But that's all I had. If you guys wanna go into your closed session.
I'll make a motion that we go into closed session to,
If you like the police department.
yeah, what,
Police department as well. I think,
along with the police department.
administration.